facts speaks for themselves. Name anyone in any project in the history of the PPP from 1992 to now that has ever been completed when they on time. Cemetery Road is still going, not completed. Conversation 3 is still going, not completed. The airport, they took it back over, it's not completed. You mean Marriott? The last time they tried to do a power station is in end of 2015 Freedom Hoop. We had to complete it, and that took a year after us. They took the generators that we bought in Garden Eden, it took them 2 years to complete it. So the idea of us of the project being on time and will be completed by 2025, poppycock. And you know what? They now realize how serious, and this is something divine which we have to look for. And I warned, just like Vince, I told you when I get to GPL, I remind you. But what is happening? And I was in candid discussions with persons involved in the project. I don't want to call their names because it's very vindictive government. And they were saying to me that they are trying to use substandard equipment. This is particularly in line with the transmission and distribution network. Obviously, they're trying to rush. The quality equipment takes 18 months, a year to be built. That's so they're trying to find substitutes because they know that an election is coming up in sometime in 2025, if then or not, if not before, and they know that they will be judged on their record. And they know they have an abysmal record. So therefore, what they're trying to do is say that they have a win. A Mile of Falls, which they promised they would have done in 5 years, is a non-starter. The gas to Shoal, which they promised to be done, is a non-starter. The Sugar Estate, which they promised as a thing to be reopened, they've tried with one single, not Sugar Estate, one single one rose all, and that is sputtering. There's pictures all over social media with dwarf canes being cut, trying to make their target. They won't even achieve their target. So they have one of the worst project implementation completion rate in the Western Hemisphere. So I take no credence whatsoever. I take it not only his word about the project only being 3 months and then be finished in April. Not only with a pinch of salt, it's a bucket of salt and a bucket of lard, and I wash that down with some swank because it's impossible. And everyone knows it. Every single person in this country knows that what he's saying is not true. But obviously, the time will tell. Exxon, excuse me there, Vince. I made the point before. Exxon has said out that they will complete their end by the end of 2024. They have been consistent with their timeline. They have always set out to be a 2-year project implementation period. However, so I'm not doubting their timelines. People have to be worried and concerned about is that if they do complete, we will have a pipeline. I know Jack Deal said they'll just fill it with nitrogen or something like that. But we will be paying for a pipeline, $55 million in 2025 without getting any gas, without no use to it whatsoever. The danger of that, there are people working, it's an active work site. People will be working around these pipelines that have been completed, filled with nitrogen, filled with whatever it is that even the natural gas, that is a danger. Who is responsible for the year when the project is handed over by Exxon at the end of December 2024? Who is responsible from the entire year while they're waiting for the rest of the project to catch up for? Is it Exxon? Is it the government of Guyana? And this is one comes back to your initial question, Davina, to Mr. Ramjatan about insurance. Is this project also covered under that very, very limited $2 billion insurance, or is this project has a separate insurance component to it, since this is totally, even though they're related, because gas comes from the gas field, we do think that it should be a separate insurance and doesn't fall under, unless they put the unlimited liability over the entire oil and gas operation, that will do. If not, it shouldn't fall under the 2 billion, because you're giving, Exxon is bringing a dangerous substance to shore, handing it over to a government and a group who have not been able to manage a cake shop. And they cannot simply walk away and say, oh, we handed this to the government. So that is another area of concern that to the people. But in summary, there's no way that project will be, and Vince could tell you how project management goes. You have a 3-month delay, and it's a knock-on effect. It's a knock-on effect. I do suspect as well, though more respect to what he said, that there's more than just simply time that the contractors are claiming for. More, he wants to say it out that they're claiming for additional time. No, they're also claiming for technical challenges.